Yeah, I don't like it cold. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. I'm not even really sleepy. I don't feel sleepy, but I do indeed feel cold. And I think cold is they I think they all running together and whatever, but I'm feeling cold. I'm definitely feeling a little nip run about my body right now on high TBS. I'm definitely feeling a little chill. Okay, not gonna lie, it's definitely cold here on the East Coast. It's 7:35 on the West Coast. It is 9:35 on the East Coast. I am excited to be headed to our half night prayers, so that's where I'm on my way to. I just want to get our daily reading done, tap in. Let's motivate, educate, inspire, and desire to be a better version of who we are. It is Freedom Friday. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. I'm your girl, Coach Kenya. We do a daily reading. Last night, listen, I was on her so fast last night. Yeah, I was on and off, baby. I am not playing around. I got people to see and places to be. So when ain't nobody in the live, y'all, I go ahead and hop off. Hi, Golden Illuminati. How are you? And I go ahead and do the next thing. Hey, Queen, welcome in. And I go ahead and do the next thing. Like I'm talking about, I've been on and off quick. 10, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We in and out the house. Hi, User Castiel. How are you? In and out. In and out. Quick. Good evening. It is very nippy, 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 nippy. I am feeling the nippy nips. Hi, user. Golden Illuminati. Thank you, boo boo. Thank you. It is nippy, my loves. I'm feeling like I had on a toboggan and some gloves, but I didn't want y'all to come for me. I didn't want y'all to come for me, so I took those off. But just know that I am sitting here daggone near. Thank you, Queen. I'm daggone near fully dressed. Okay, I need you to understand. I am fully dressed. Okay, I got on something under something. Like I got on clothes. Like I'm covered. The only skin I have out is above my between my knee and my shin. Cause it's just I don't know how y'all doing it. Y'all got cast iron skillets and got leather skin. Cast iron skillets and leather skin. I need to get back to the West Coast fastly. This ain't normal. Why is y'all letting that wind outside smack y'all in the face? And y'all was trying to be outside and shop? Who? What? No. All the store needs to budget their money to be closed in the winter. That's what y'all need to do over here. Y'all need to have winter budgets. Winter budgets where all the money needs to be saved. Ditto over there. See, Golden, you are my friend. I'm feeling it. Like I'm talking about, I need the heat to blow directly on me. How do we make that happen? Good evening, streets. Welcome in, welcome in. This is the beginning. Oh no, the devil is a lie. I refuse to feel the end. The end is not my future. No, what y'all talking about? This is the beginning. This can't be the beginning. This has to be the end of winter. It has to be the end of it because as cold as it is, you can't get any colder than what I felt today to smack my face. Honey, I opened the door and it felt like somebody punched me in my throat, smacked me in my face, and stole my purse. It was so cold. That's how that wind smacked me. That wind smacked me so hard. I thought somebody smacked me in my face, punched me in my throat, kicked me in my gut, and stole my purse out of my hand. Mhm. Okay, y'all don't believe me. It's cold. Like the wind whipping across your legs is not the purse. The wind whipping across my legs, hi Gen XV. The wind whipping across my legs is something unheard of and something new. I mean, I'm keeping the coffee on tap. I don't move the coffee pot down here because I don't know if I can survive without the heat, the hot drink. I don't know if it's the rain, baby. I don't know what it is, but something is cumulating. And I told y'all last time I was here that I believe that Mother Nature had kids, and I believe her children are the seasons. And I think that winter cheated on spring with summer, and that's why winter stays so pissed off because it didn't work out in his favor. And I think he does this with the weather because he's not over it. Or maybe it's a woman because the type of might be a woman, might be perimenopausal because the hot flashes and then the cold. You know what? It might be a woman. Winter might be a woman, and she might be menopausal. So winter cheated with spring, which was a dude, but spring was really married to summer, and he didn't leave summer. That's what happened. And I think winter stay pissed off. I think that's why she be raining, snowing, sleeting, and then the summer come out. Yep, because I think that's when he calls and she's happy to talk to him, and it's the honeymoon phase. And then when she realized it was just the booty call, she's angry again, and boom, we smack with snow, sleet, hail. Yep, that's what I believe. I'm going to stick to that tonight. Golden Illuminati. Girl, you don't follow one of the craziest therapeutic weight loss coaches you will ever meet. Girl, I ain't got no sense. That's probably why they let me be a therapeutic coach. That's probably why I'm a therapeutic coach, because they know I need the therapy myself too. That's what it is. That's why they let me be a therapeutic coach. That's why they keep letting me get certified and licensed and stuff. Because they know that I only got about 2 seconds of common sense, and the rest is just sense floating around. Now, I love you too, boo. And the rest is just sense floating around. See? So the problem is I got some, but it's floating around freely. So occasionally I might grab a word or two that makes sense. And other times it's just me out here in these streets floating around, living the best life I know how to, trying to avoid self-will, self-pity, self-loathing, and victimization. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay uncodependent. Yeah, most of the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the time. But today we made it day 333 and it's Freedom Friday, right? Because we having a half night, and if you looking for an opportunity or you want to take your case to God, which is what we call it, please feel free to click the link that you'll see pop up on my social media here shortly. I'll share that a link with you guys, but I'm going to hop off here after we're done reading Hot Contagious, and we're going to be going, and I'm going to be taking my case to God for a lot of my clients and for myself tonight. We're going to be praying for half the night, so I invite you to join us tonight if you don't have anywhere to go, and if you just want to cry out to the Lord, haven't done that in a while, I encourage you to join Jericho Hour Prayer Ministry tonight for half the night. We will be crying out to the Lord. We're located on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, so any of those outlets will have it tonight. So please be sure to tap in, because that's where I'm going when I get done. Hi, Fern. How are you? Hi, user 1149. Welcome in, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the TikTok Shop Showcase, where I do have a bunch of Black Friday deals going on right now for you. Our wellness programs are all marked down in the TikTok Shoppy, so make sure you grab those from my showcase. Up above. Particularly today, the best deals are going to be that vibration plate. As you guys know, this vibration plate is actually the vibration plate I use, so it is not a fluff. It's the real deal. It's what I currently use. I have one in the cribby crib. I've been using it. I like it. It's small, it's convenient, and it's what has allowed me to get the job done when I'm traveling. I have one upstairs. I'm actually out of town, believe it or not, and I have the plates available. I'm going to go ahead and pin it real quick. Wait a minute, hold on. I pinned the wrong one, my bad. I'm going to go ahead and pin it real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. But this is the vibration plate that I use, that I've been using. I got it about, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it's been a year now. Have it in my office. So I have a total of 3. Why do I have multiple vibration plates? One, if you know, I travel back and forth to my sister's house. So the one upstairs is my sister's vibration plate, which I use. Then I have 2 in my home. I have one in my office that's a smaller, slim one, and it's not as bulky. It doesn't shake as rough. The hertz are lower. And then, which is the Merch Slim vibration plate. If you're someone who works from home and you want a plate that you can use under your desk or at your desk, this is going to be the plate. It's now, understand what I'm about to tell you. The plate that I started on is not this plate. But because I needed a plate that did not shake the entire desk, I had to get a plate that was smaller and the hertz were still effective. So if you know anything about vibration plates, they range in the power of the plate, right? And so what I did was, so I didn't compromise the power, I compromised my width of my plates, meaning the base ain't as wide, so it's a slim, right? So having the smaller plate under the desk is what continues to allow me to get my 10 minutes done. So many of you will ask Coach, y'all always ask me, how did I lose the weight and how do I keep it off? Well, tonight I pinned one of the number one ways, and any woman, Queen Bellamy, is in this live, will tell you right now that I am on that plate. I swear by that plate. And if you are someone who has been trying to get the weight off and keep it off, your body may be resistant. Play with your lymphatic system, drink a solid, energizing, nutritionally based detox tea, and do them together, and your life will be different. I believe Queen may be down 20 some pounds already, right? She's been with me. She's keeping that off consistently. She's learning the techniques of the eating with the plate. The plate is a game changer. She hasn't been running. Queen, have you been to the gym or anything? Queen hasn't run to nobody gym. Queen's fully raising like babies, okay? She is a retired, like a federal, I think a government worker, a state employee. I think she's a federal, retired state employee raising her grandchildren. Active, got her energy back. So I know this to be true because she shared this with me. She shared it with our group on numerous occasions, and she's in the live right now, so you can ask her. But this vibration plate, we love it. But one thing about it is it's marked down. It's got a ton of money off of it. Its plate is usually like $100. Now, I know people say, I don't want to pay a lot for the plate. if you get the plates that are, don't compromise your price too much for the power of the plate. Just remember the what you invest is what you get because of the hertz. So if you're heavier and you go down too low in the hertz, the effectiveness that you're looking for, based, like, say for example, the person you might see on the plate in the live telling you to get the plate, because of your weight, right? So the plate they may be on may be $68. But if your weight is over that, don't compromise your size at that moment for the plate because of the price. And this is what I'm about to tell you. It's weighted for a reason. Because you're standing in the gravitational pull with the movement of the plate, right? The vibration of the plate. The reason why the weight matters if you're not sitting, because you can sit and the weight is not as an issue. But what happens is the effectiveness is decreased when the weight barrier on the vibration of the plate, the motors that are under, is heavier than it's been allotted for. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope so. So you want to be cautious about that. And then you want longevity, right? You want to play with a warranty and longevity. Because if you use it like I do, I can burn a motor out in a vibration plate in about 24 months. And that's because I actually use it 10 minutes a day. Actually, I'm an hour a day, but I hardly ever talk about the hour because people can't imagine being on that plate for an hour because it does tingle. But because I've been using the plate for so long, you guys, I can ride it for 3 sets of 20 minutes back to back without a break because I can use the plate for a full hour of exercise. So if you're someone who has more stamina, you can do 3 to 4 rotations on the vibration plate. And if you're familiar with the effectiveness of it, you're getting actually about 30 to 45-minute effectiveness of a workout in 10 minutes. A, time convenience. B, if you're someone who really wants to get a workout effort, you don't want to just stand there. Don't let nobody tell you all you gotta do is stand there. No, that's not true. You got to get your heart rate up. So just remember, if you want slow results, then just stand on the plate and over time you'll see those results you're looking for. But if you want real fitness workout results using the vibration plate, want to save money from going to the gym and want it to be effective, you actually need to be exerting physical activity while on the plate. Those arms should be moving. Those legs should be moving. Then I know you're thinking I can't do all that. Then that means you should be starting off sitting down because the goal is it for you to get an effective workout, not just move the body. You're already just moving the body. So we want that heart rate to actually increase to an active heart rate for your size. That's not going to happen if we only stand there. But if we add effective resistance training, and I'm not just talking about raising your arms up and down, I said effective resistance training while using the vibration plate, guess what happens? You get results like this because that's how I did it. I've been using the vibration plate since 2015, before TikTok even existed. I'm not new to a plate. I'm true to a plate. That's why I've had over 11 plates. Not new to a plate, true to a plate. That's why I have workouts that have been published on my website and on social media for over the last 8 years. Why? Because we've been doing workouts on the plate. We've been showing that it works. Just people wasn't paying attention. Right? It wasn't that it wasn't effective. It's that people didn't understand what I was saying when I was saying, no, you just need a vibration plate and some resistance bands. And they would laugh at me because they wanted to be harder. Just imagine someone telling you, I changed the way I ate, got on a vibration plate, and used these resistance bands because I started paralyzed in a hospital bed. And I lost 479 pounds and I maintained 468. That's mind blowing. That's like, no, you had to do something else. No, I stayed consistent. The something else was consistency, which many people don't have. The something else was consistency, which many people don't have. That was my something else. It was that I kept showing up because I understood what was on the other side of me not showing up for me anymore. I had stopped showing up for me so much that I knew that me not showing up for me was going to equal my death. Hi, Clara. So my energy changed. The energy behind the way I pursued my living and my life changed because I understood that no one was going to be able to be willing to show up for me like I could show up for me. I remember when we started the reading, when we all agreed to do this. I remember the live where we was like, you know what? We gonna show what we gonna do this reading. We're gonna come in, we're gonna do our thing, blah 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 blah. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember? We was like, we gonna hold on, it's telling me to do something. I gotta follow the rules. It says to pin. Okay, it wants me to pin this. Okay, so I guess because we're live, it's telling me to pin this plate right here, the Zen Active plate, which is a crossover plate to the other plate, another plate that I refer to my heavier clients. So it's telling me that right now they have a sale and they want me to offer it to y'all. So boom, it's on a flash sale. So in the cart below right now, and if you're wanting to look at the plate or get a plate, there's currently one right now for $54.99. And shall I digress and go back to what I was saying? Okay. So right now you can grab your plate, and I think it's also possibly free shipping. I think it says possibly free shipping as well. Okay. When we agreed to do the 365 days of reading, we did it with the intention that we were going to be looking at things that brought fear, that were induced forms of fear that could be holding us back from our better version of ourselves. It could be holding us back from our goal. Miss Mimi, it could be holding us back from keeping the weight up. It could be holding us back from changing our mindset, or changing into this version that we knew we wanted to be, right? Hey, Michelle, we knew we wanted to be this version, but we couldn't tap into it. And just so everyone knows, I'm actually on about 4 or 5 platforms, so that's why I'm looking back and forth. So not to freak anyone out, I have Instagram in the building. Good evening, Instagram. Welcome in. I'm Coach Kenya. To all the newbies, welcome in. TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. Mad love out to our homepage, I Rise Transformation Coaching Firm on Facebook. My personal profile on Facebook. What's up to all my followers and my friends? I know you don't see much of me, but I am getting better. I finally am getting more staff that can do some of the things that do take up a lot of my time, where I'm not able to do a bunch of social media. So we're hoping 2026 will afford us more social media content and me live, right? Because y'all know I like to be live. I would prefer to talk to you one-on-one. Hi, SG, than to just post. So we're hoping that we will be get ourselves in that situation where we can do more of this kind of one-on-one intimate talking that I like. I like to get your thoughts, your ideas, and your opinions. So while we're at it, hi, Lauren, just go ahead and let me know where you're tuning in from tonight. I am on the East Coast tonight, and it is colder than cold. We are up in the New York area, Jersey area. So good evening, good evening. Thank you guys so much for tapping on that like button in that live. I appreciate you and I honor you tonight. I know you don't have to do that. You don't owe me the tap. So when I get them, I am humbled and appreciative of those things. All right. So when we agreed we was gonna do this reading, we said we was in here. Now I've been posting the videos, and I saw the other day that some of the videos were blocked. So I have to delete them and reload them. But that's okay, because it's not the end of the world either. But I wanted to tell you that as we get closer to the end of our 365 days, because we are on day 331. Okay, 331. And we're going to be reading Melanie Beattie tonight. And I'm super excited because I've never did something and stay with it, even like with the holidays, with it being a short reading on the holiday. I still suck with it. And what I've noticed about myself is that I'll start something and I'll do it for a long time, but what happens is I like new things. And so if you're a person like me that likes new things, I'll stop something not because I don't want to do it anymore, but because I want it to be new again. Hi, Poetic Prideness. So what I started doing with our daily readings was I changed the format. So when we first started, we did 365 days of Fear Not, which we'll actually pick back up 365 days of Fear Not. Now, if you remember, we stopped 365 days of Fear Not at day 264. So we'll have a book to carry us into the new year, so don't stress. But the moral to the story is that the reason why we switched it up, because we wanted to give people one thing to focus on the topic, because the reading was starting to be a little bit overwhelming for some people. So we take our feedback and we go with it, right? So that's okay. We know what to do. We know how to make a variety comfortable for all folks. So you take what you like and you leave the rest, right? So, how you doing, Philo? So tonight we're gonna do day 331, and it's gonna be November 28th. Now, if you know who Melanie Beattie is, she's a codependency author. And one of the things many of us don't know or understand about our behaviors and our situations that we end up in is that we have codependency issues. hmm Some of us are just all out codependent, just all out codependent. Mhm. Yeah, and so we don't understand. Hi, Mama, Mamacita, Manacita, Mamacita, and we don't realize that the stuff we've been doing and been for years was never okay. We just got so used to doing them that we don't know what else we would do if we didn't do it that way. And when someone tells us no, they don't want us to do it, we feel rejected and neglected. But it's because we probably weren't supposed to be doing it in the first place. So Melanie Beatty for the last year, because we're on day 331, has been teaching us how to look at ourselves, heal parts of ourselves that cause these kind of miscommunicated behaviors. Hi, Fully Jalen, and then help us heal from those spaces. How does that sound? Shall we hop in? Tell me where you tuning in from, though. Poetic Pryness. How come I can't see y'all comments on here, but I can see them on the backup page? That's so weird. Happy. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. It says, bask in self love. Bask in self love. Miss First Lady, how are you, Miss Your First Lady? The commitment to love ourselves may be a decision we need only to make once, but we may need to take frequent action to implement that choice. It's so easy to fall into that place of not loving and accepting ourselves, but it can become just as easy to decide to return to that place. We may need to do it daily, weekly, or whenever we begin a new part of our journey, especially a part that frightens or challenges us. What would what would feel good? What would bring healing? What would energize or comfort you? And when purpose is to be fulfilled by depriving yourself of that. And what purpose is to be fulfilled by depriving yourself of that? However, often we need to do it, we can return to that place of self love. Each time we do it, it becomes easier. Each time we do it, we see the rewards of self love, enhanced creativity, clearer decisions, a stronger connection to divine, and the more fulfilling connection to the world around us. When we love ourselves, hi Rochelle, it becomes easier to correct our mistakes, admit our wrongs, share our deepest feelings, and love others. Our spirit dances, thrives, self love energizes us. It attracts more love. The universe responds directly and immediately to our choice to love ourselves. Accept yourself, love yourself just as you are. Your finest work, your best moment, your joy, peace, and healing. Thank you, Miss Dimples. Come when you love yourself. You give a great gift to the world when you do that. You give others permission to do the same, to love themselves. Hazina, revel in self love, roll in it, bask in it as you would in the sunshine. Wow, I like that reading. Thank you, love, for the Daily Heart Me. Bask in self love. Wow, I really like that. It says when we love ourselves, it becomes easier to correct our mistakes, admit our wrongs, share our deepest feelings, and love others. Thank you so much, Miss Dimples. Thank you for giving me my donuts. I forgot I had a goal. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel so special because I don't really get any gifts. So I get so giddy. Thank you. I like this part. I need you to just hear this. Hear me out. Hear me out. It says, when we love ourselves, it becomes easier to correct our mistakes, admit our wrongs, share our deepest feelings, and love others. Our spirit dances, thrives. Self-love energizes us, and energizes. Self-love energizes us. It attracts more love. The universe responds directly and immediately to our choice to love ourselves. Welcome in, Joy. Oh my God. And when I can honestly agree, when you're not feeling that good about yourself or that positive about yourself, it's really, really hard. Dimples, thank you. It's really hard to even accept criticism from other people. Like, oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, go cowgirl. Ride 'em. Okay, ride 'em, cowgirl. I think that when my self esteem was lower, it was harder for people to critique me. um it's okay, Miss Dimples, don't you worry about that now. It was harder for, what am I trying to say? Tap in if you know what I'm trying to say. When I'm not feeling good on the inside, it's, if you critique me, it feels harder. Does it answer? How is it, Jaiana? Jaiana, is that how you say, baby? It's harder to take that critique. Do you know what I mean, Miss Dimples? Like, when I'm not feeling my best, it's hard for me to receive critiques, right? This was something I used to really struggle with. And when I learned that, it was because of who I thought I was. What I have to understand is everyone, it's someone is always going to have an opinion, right? That was the hard part. It says, a critique a person who doesn't feel good on the inside. The negativity is louder coming from. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It blocks your comment. Let me make sure you get that that it approves. Okay, got it approved. Okay, boom. You are so right. You are so right, because it's like it's it, it's like, okay, for example, somebody might say, oh, when you said that, that bothered me. I may take it harder if I'm feeling not good, right? When it really it wasn't anything necessarily about me. The person had a feeling, and because that was directed toward me, and I wasn't necessarily in the best headspace, I may take that feeling a little deeper or differently. You know what I mean? And one of the things I worked really hard on in recovery and in therapy from food addiction was not personalizing things that really had nothing to do with me, even though they may have happened to me. It was really hard because I was so used, hi Miss Tina, to these very rough relationships, that I became a victimized really easy, because people were often saying things being kind of funny or facetious. However, it's because that doorway, I had opened it, if that makes sense. So when I began to close those doors, I had to often say to people like, hey, I know you've always done that, but I don't like it. Even though I had giggled with the group before or laughed about it with the group before, I had to finally say, hey, I never really liked that. It took me having my big girl pants on to do that, because I had to be okay with if the person became upset that I never said anything, or if they felt like there was a thing. I had to be accepting of that as well. But that's where my maturity kicked in, because I wasn't concerned with what the back part was. It was just that I needed to be sure that I spoke my truth so that it didn't continue like that. So, yes, when we have more self love, self acceptance, and self belief, we are more likely to admit our wrongs, accept criticism, and be more open minded about the things happening to us versus the things happening for us. We can see it more clearly. Does that make sense? Hi, Barbara. Welcome in. How's that make? Is that making? We make it. We on the same page. We on the same page, guys. Breaker 19. Same page. Same line. Thank you, Barbara, for the likes. I appreciate you. Make sense? So I think that as we begin to do more loving things, because a lot of people want to know, well, how do I love myself? Baby, you got to first start making love to yourself. Like, a lot of us say, I want a man to take me out and treat me nice and get my hair and nails done, but you won't pay your own money to get your own hair and nails done. How can you treat somebody your worth when you won't even do it for yourself? Like, I want somebody to be respectful and talk to me, but you allow yourself to be called bees and let other people salutate you and greet you with that. But you're upset with if a male calls you that. He's not respectful. Make it make sense. So we have to really, really look at this mentality that we promote versus the behavior that we have to go with it. Right? Because remember, the theory about treatment is I show you how to treat me. So if what I've shown you is a lesser level treatment, then I can't expect a high grade level of treatment, especially one I can't even give to myself. Right? We can't have, like, it's kind of like, if I haven't been exposed to it, how can I know that there's a better version than what I'm doing? So if I'm not willing to do those things for myself, how can I have an expectation that someone else is supposed to swoop in and do something for myself because my mind says that's what I want? But yet I don't even know how to receive someone doing something nice for me because I don't even do it, right? So we look at those concepts and then we can answer some strange questions like, why do things like this always happen to me? Maybe it's not that it's always happening to you. Maybe it's happening to show you some of the areas that you need to grow in. And maybe there's no other way that you would see it if the situation didn't occur. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe it's happening for you to grow. Maybe it's happening for you to see it, see that thing that you need to work on. Does that make sense? Yeah. Kind of. I think there's another. I think it blocked another comment. I'm not sure why it's blocking the comments like that. Hi, Rail. How are you? I'm not really sure it's why it's blocking the comments. Sorry, babes. Put my glasses on. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it's doing that. But we're here together. We're here together. We're here together. Okay, any questions about the fitness, the meal plans, the reading, anything I talked about tonight? Well, with that being said, I'm gonna let you go. We're at our 30-minute mark. It's Friday. We only do 30 minutes. I don't want to keep you longer, and I don't want to break my 30-minute Friday rule. So you let a sister girl know if you need more time. If not, then I'm gonna let you go do you, boo. And I'm gonna head on over to prayer. Sound good? Thank you, Golden Illuminati. Illumination. I don't know where I got Illuminati. I did not mean that. I rebuke that from my tongue. Golden Illumination Company. I believe your candles. So make sure y'all support her. Let me make sure I followed you back. Boom. Guys, make sure you follow Golden Illumination. I believe she's a business. And y'all know we supports and follows. Okay, ladies. All right, guys. I love you guys. Don't forget to realize you are strong enough to win. I'm Coach Kenya, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same wacky place, right here on all these stations where you and I connect, talk about faith over fear and how we get the weight off, keep it off, and grow past our traumas, ideologies, and thoughts that lead us back to obesity and obese-related thinking. Have a great night. I'm your girl, Coach, and I love you to the moon and back.